Is your favourite American show actually a British show that's just been remade for an American audience? Well, let's take a look at some of the best British shows that have been remade on the other side of the pond.
Slow down, you move too fast. Solomon's here.
Sorry, David, I'll slow down. Hello and welcome to Screen OD, the channel for people who love TV, movies and streaming. My name is Tim. I'm an editor and a journalist who's been writing and talking about the media industry for more than 15 years. Today, the subject are shows that have made it across the pond from Britain to America. But on the way there, they were remade. Now, some of these you will probably know are remakes of British shows, and they've all become big successes in America. We're not including today's shows that didn't quite work out because there's plenty of them too. These are shows that I think you should go and watch if you haven't already, and if you have seen them, why not go and rewatch them? So let us start with a show that made a great American show, and it came from a great British show. There's nothing shameless about saying you like it, but it is shameless.
Nobody's saying our neighborhood's a Garden of Eden, but it's been a good home to me and my kids, who I'm proud of, because every single one of them reminds me a little bit of me.
Starring William H. Macy as Frank Gallagher in the south side of Chicago, Illinois, Showtime's hit Shameless ran for 10 years and is one of its longest ever running scripted dramas. But did you know that this show, that also stars brilliant performances from the likes of Joan Cusack, was based on a British show? The original Shameless show was created by Paul Abbott and ran on Channel 4 in the UK between 2004 and 2013, and it once again followed the fortunes of the poverty-stricken Gallagher family, this time living on the Chatsworth Council estate in Manchester.
Now, nobody's saying the Chatsworth estate is the Garden of Eden, but it's been a good home to us, to me, Frank Gallagher, and me kids, who I'm proud of, because every single one of them reminds me a little of me.
The multi-award-winning series starred David Threlfall as the title character Frank, the one that William H. Macy plays in the American show, as well as a host of stars from Britain, including Maxine Peake, Anne-Marie Duff and James McAvoy, to name but a few. If you haven't seen the UK version, go and watch it now, and if you haven't seen the American version, go and watch it now. In fact, watch it all. It's great.
Well, I guess they don't teach how to operate a toaster oven in business school.
That's exactly what I said.
Hey, did you miss that day there, Ryan?
Starring Steve Carell, Rainn Wilson, Jenna Fisher, John Krasinski, BJ Novak and many, many more, The Office is one of the biggest hits for NBC in comedy in the last few decades. Running from 2005 until 2013, 9 seasons of this comedy were massively well received in America. But of course, it was a remake of a British show.
Well, eat it out. There's people starving in the world, which I hate. And it's a waste. So, how do you know it's yours?
Because it's got my name on it in Tipex.
Yeah, don't eat it now, in chemicals.
It may have only run for 2 series of 6 episodes each and some Christmas specials in the early 2000s, but The Office is one of the most influential modern comedies that's come out of Britain, indeed anywhere in the world. The masterpiece from Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant was very short but incredibly sweet, and it's something that has influenced lots of different comedy all over the world. It's been remade in many territories, but the American version is the one that everyone knows and loves. Wernham Hogg became Dunder Mifflin and David Brent became Michael Scott. The story in the American version spiraled off on its own journey, but at the essence of it was a brilliant show that came from Britain.
And now, please welcome your host, Tyra Banks.
For more than 30 seasons since 2005, Dancing with the Stars has become a staple of the American entertainment television scene. It pits celebrities against the ballroom floor as they try to take on the dance routines that, well, look pretty hard and often are very hard.
Dancing the chilling cha-cha, Tyler West and Diane Buswell.
But Dancing with the Stars is a show that originated in the UK. It's called Strictly Come Dancing in the UK and started in 2004. That's a play on the film Strictly Ballroom and Come Dancing, which is an old dance show that used to be on the BBC. The show's actually been licensed to more than 60 territories all over the world, with the American one being at the absolute pinnacle of those licenses. It's actually shared judges across the Atlantic between the UK and the US versions over the years, including Len Goodman and Bruno Toglioni. Now, this is a show that has been a huge hit for the BBC, who formatted it and continues to keep dancing across the globe.
What's going on down here? That's what I really like, you know, a lot of screaming and...
Oh, how do I look, sir?
like an old hot dog with mustard and ketchup on it.
Starring Red Fox and Desmond Wilson, and known for its long-running gags, catchphrases and edgy racial humour, Sanford and Son is a show that became a massive part of American sitcom culture between 1972 and 1977. This is a show that is well remembered by many who saw it at the time and continues to be rewatched and put in lists of some of the biggest TV comedies of all time in America. But Sanford and Son was actually based on a UK format called Steptoe and Son that ran in the 1960s and the 1970s. It was written by Galton and Simpson, who are the writing pair behind things like Hancock's Half Hour, and it starred Wilfrid Bramble and Harry H. Corbett as a father and son pair living in the UK, in London, in Shepherd's Bush, rather than in Los Angeles.
Honey, this is a horrible place to go on a honeymoon.
Listen, Charisse, I spent a lot of money to take us here.
It's Joanne.
Let's not quibble about the details, Joanne.
It's our first night together. Who is Charisse?
It's our honeymoon. How could it be our first night together?
Who would have thought that silly songs, making stuff up, and general improvisation would make for such a great transatlantic format? But yes, Whose Line Is It Anyway is a show that in America has run on ABC for a long time and then had a short break before rebooting on the CW, and still today is one of those formats that many people enjoy across America. But did you know that it's actually based on a UK format called, you guessed it, Whose Line Is It Anyway, that looks almost exactly the same?
Give me your money. Sorry, I'm new. Oh. Give me more forceful. You see, I could have just...
Give me your
walked
money.
right... No, Mom.
Give me it now.
Dipper.
Give it to me.
Could you show me? Yeah, go ahead.
All the ladies in the house say free! All the men in the house say don't!
I got coffee, I got ginseng, I got protein bars.
I do that stuff that junkies use, you know, when it takes a cop like 15 bullets to put him down.
From 2012 to 2019, HBO viewers were treated to one of the great satires in American television in the shape of Armando Iannucci's brilliant Veep. This very popular and award-winning show starred Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Selena Meyer, the Vice President of the United States, who is always dealing with problems, mainly that come from her team who are meant to be helping her, but then again she doesn't always help herself. Veep is an adaptation of an Armando Iannucci UK show called The Thick of It, which ran from 2007 until 2012 on the BBC, and tells the story of a government minister and a government department that seem to always be having problems. Can you see the parallels? Well, you certainly will when you go back and watch The Thick of It after watching Veep. Both brilliant shows and both worth watching.
Joking. So, hey, she's not smug. She's not sour, is she?
Thanks, Malcolm.
There are lots to choose from when it comes to shows that started in the UK and have been adapted for the US market. Things like House of Cards from 2013 was one of the massive original hits for Netflix. That was based on a BBC show from the 1990s. Now there's the Idol series. The American Idol show is based on, originally, on Pop Idol from the UK, another singing entertainment format that has gone to take over the world. There is, of course, things like Queer as Folk, which has had 2 different reboots. That's based on a Russell T Davies series from the UK, and a very brilliant one that is too. You've got All in the Family, which is based on Till Death Us Do Part, a British sitcom from back in the day. There are many examples of shows that have gone on to be successes that have come from the UK. But what are your favourites? Leave them in the comments below. Right, thanks for watching Screen OD. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and do the thumbs up. Yep, click that like button, and we'll see you again for more videos very soon.